All right, hello, everybody. Good evening. Oh, it's so nice to be here with you. Happy Sunday to you all. I hope you're having a wonderful, joyful Sunday. Happy end of summer. Happy warm days. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy life to be here with me. If we haven't met before, my name is Kaylin, and every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, I set aside some space and time for us to get together and do a little spiritual work, a little meditation. And it's always such a pleasure to be here with you. Please get comfortable. You can lay down, you can sit in a chair, sit on the floor, do whatever makes you feel good. This is your sacred time. So we're going to begin by just taking a few relaxing breaths. So you can place a hand on your chest or your abdomen if you would like. And just slowly breathe. Welcome. Hello to Belgium. Maybe just smile a little softly at yourself. Thank yourself for this time, for this life, for this day, for this body to be here now. And let all your troubles just fall to the background. This next little bit of time is for you. There's no phone calls, there's no kids, there's no work. This is just your time. Welcome. Oh. How are you feeling? How are you doing? This might be the first time you've given yourself permission today to just check in with you. So just notice, how is that? How are you doing? Allow everything to slow down. Slow down your mind, slow down your body, slow down your life. Rum. And allow yourself to soften. Allow yourself to melt a little bit, get a little more gooey, a little more juicy. Allow yourself to find contentment just being here. Let's begin today by just placing our hands on our heart. Hello, Miami, welcome. Our theme for today is trust yourself. Not necessarily trust your mind or trust your emotions, but trust yourself, your deeper self. Because if you've lived long enough, you start to realize your mind can convince you of anything, and your emotions can pull you any which way. But that deeper feeling, that deeper knowing, that consistent feeling that comes up day after day, week after week, month after month, that's pulling you in a direction. And maybe that deeper feeling is telling you, this is the right person for me, I'm in love with them. Or, this person is putting up some red flags, they're making my hackles rise. Maybe I need to take a step back. I knew my husband was the right person for me the week we met. I proposed to him almost on our first date. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Maybe trusting yourself looks like, sorry, all that dinging is upsetting. One sec. There we go. There we go. Sometimes trusting yourself looks like saying no to that opportunity that seems so alluring, but something just feels off. Sometimes trusting yourself means coming out in a certain way even though you don't know how it's going to be received, or taking that leap into a career that you don't know how it's going to progress, or it doesn't seem logical, but you're just feeling so pulled to it. Trust yourself. Trusting yourself sometimes feels like walking into a dark room when there's no lights on and you can barely see, but you know it's where you need to be. Trust yourself. Again, not necessarily trusting our thoughts, which are changeable and fickle and can be argued and manipulated in any direction. And it's not necessarily our feelings in the moment that can be passionate and strong, but they can change with the breeze or with the day. But trusting that deeper self. Trusting the messages that you're picking up on from the universe when 3 different people tell you the same thing. Or you talk to somebody about something and then suddenly there's a billboard outside your window the next day that says the same thing. Trust yourself. And I can remember when I was a little kid, 11 years old, 12 years old, one of my make-believe games I would play was sitting alone in the basement at a desk and pretending to teach students in a classroom life lessons. Like how to be a better person, how to live more fully. And I remember thinking to myself, well, that's stupid. You can't actually just teach that. You have to teach math or science or social studies. And yet, 25 years later, here we are. Trust yourself. Trust my inner self, who knew part of my calling in life was to be a light in the world, and thinking that meant I had to, because it's the only thing I saw, or to be an actor, a movie star, because that's where people shine. But instead realizing that being a light in the world is actually about that inner light that shines from within. It's about living your life in a way that maybe is a focal point, a beacon for others as how they could live. Trust yourself. Maybe trusting yourself means, like for me, loving somebody but knowing they weren't the right relationship and having to leave. And then opening the door for somebody absolutely amazing. I remember I broke up with this one guy and he said, I think there's something fundamentally wrong with you, that you just can't love people. And I remember thinking, no, I don't think it's it. It's just you're not the right person for me. I think I'm very capable of love. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Oh, and that's my husband who just messaged, I love you too, my love. You are my everything. Trust yourself. Trusting yourself. I remember getting a feeling while I was doing a job I didn't like that, don't worry, things are going to change. A few weeks later, that job ended, whether I was ready for it or not. That's actually happened twice in my career. The job ended when I felt it was going to be ending soon. Without me having to do anything, it did. And it created space for something better. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Welcome. Glad to have you here, David. I think this is such an important message because time and again I see people undercut their potential, their meaning, their purpose, their reason for being here in life, because they're afraid of their intuition. Because we think, hell, I can't quit my job, I can't go do that crazy thing, because how will I pay my bills? How will I support myself? How will I live? And so they stay in jobs they hate, they stay in relationships that aren't fulfilling. When in reality, everything they ever wanted could have been on the other side of that door if they only stepped through. I was having a conversation today with somebody who said there's been these challenges in my life, these things that have been big problems, and I posed to him the question of saying, what if these aren't your problems? What if these are actually your gifts, your doorways, and you're actually supposed to open up into them? You're pulled to them because that's the course you're meant to go. It's not the obstacle, it's the opening. That's a scary thought. Trust yourself. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I'll be posting a video of an interview with a wonderful, wonderful person, Pastor Nodhat from TikTok. You guys are maybe familiar with him. And I'm so happy with this conversation. I can't wait to share it with you all. But that came up there too. We explore the idea in that conversation about how everybody is inherently beautiful and worthy and children of God, divine made flesh. And we know that inside of ourselves, but the messaging we hear from the outer world is, you're broken, you're sinful, you're not as good as other people. That's not your truth. Trust yourself, trust that inner voice that says, I am beautiful, I'm sacred, I'm whole. Not the voices from the advertisement saying, you need to be thinner, fitter, smarter. Trust yourself. Trust that you are whole and beautiful and sacred and powerful. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. I am what I am, and what I am is perfect. All these things that you are, all the things that bring you shame, are your gifts. Trust that you are made perfectly. Trust that you were brought into this world with all the tools that you need to thrive. Trust that you are God-made flesh, perfectly imperfect, wild and exuberant and free, and a magical, magical creature. Trust that you are divine light. Trust that you are on your healing journey and are already healed. Trust that you are everything you hoped. Trust in the divinity of yourself. You are perfectly imperfect. You are the energy of the divine made flesh. You have always been, you will always be. Trust yourself. And trust the love that you feel and you experience. That unconditional love that you have maybe felt frequently or infrequently. Trust that you are loved by creation. Trust that you are worthy of that love. Trust that you are amazing. You are beautiful, you are sacred, you are holy. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. And let go of those places that keep you from you. Let go of those places that hold you back from your potential, that hold you back from experiencing yourself in your totality, because you in your full self are amazing. You in your full self are everything the world needs. We don't just need part of you. We need all of you. We need all of you to show up. We need all of you to show up. Trust that you are inherently worthy and good and beautiful and belong here. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. No, don't trust your mind, don't trust your emotions, trust that deeper, deeper self. Your heart of hearts. Your sacred self. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate 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 Vasudevaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You are well. You have always been well, and you will always be well. You are perfectly imperfect. You have always been, you will always be. Death is but a transition point. You are something eternal and vast. Starlight wrapped in skin. You are magnificent beyond measure, and so worthy of love, so worthy of belonging, so worthy of living your truth. And I'm so proud of you. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you've done, I'm proud of you. because you are alive and therefore inherently worthy of love and belonging. You are inherently worthy of love and belonging, not for anything you've done, but because you exist. You are worthy of love and belonging, as is every sentient being. May you find your courage. May you find your peace. May you know your worth. Because you are so worthy. You are so worthy. And I invite you to treat each other with kindness, because how we treat other people is how we treat ourselves, and how we treat ourselves is also, how we treat others is also a reflection of how we treat ourselves internally. They're one and the same. How we feel about ourselves, we reflect on others, and how we treat others reflects back onto us. You are beautiful. You are beautiful, inside and out. It's something I say to my husband all the time because it's so true. I love looking at him, but I even love more what's in his heart. May you know peace. May you know your divinity. May you know God. And experience the divine not as something theoretical, but as something tangible that lives within you and through you and around you every day. May you walk in wonderment and awe. May you see the miracles and blessings that surround you, because we are all so blessed. And there are miracles around us every day if only we watch, if only we listen, if only we observe. May you know your heart. May you know your soul. May you know your breath. May you find belonging here and here. May you find and live your best life, surrounded by people who love you and cheer you on. May you dance in ecstasy daily and sing, because words no longer hold the intensity of your joy. May you make love and accept the love others offer you. May you shine with the light of a million suns and be a blessing in the lives of whomever you encounter. May you shine. Om Namah Shivaya. I bow with respect to the divine within you, the divine within me. We are all one. It is a sincere honor and privilege to share space with you. I love getting these Sundays. Thank you for the tip, by the way. I think I said it was from Michael. Thank you very much. That was very sweet. This week I have some things getting posted I'm really excited about. We've got an interview with Pastor Knothead from TikTok. He's a big influencer there, and I love what he does, specifically talking about defending LGBTQ youth, especially trans youth. We have a wonderful conversation, so that'll be my next video. We've got some other good stuff coming up. Part 2 of 36 questions to fall in love that I do with my husband. That's fun. I've got a video coming up on secret mantra that you need if you are in an emergency. So if you ever find yourself in a disaster situation, it's a mantra to ask for divine help. That's a very useful one. We got a video coming up this week on I didn't know I was gay, and going through that process of discerning my sexual orientation. And I've got a big list of other videos that I'm really excited to get to, so I'm going to be working on those a lot this week and get them queued up. So I can't wait to share with you all those great things going on. Of course, if you love this, feel free to check me out on my other sites, Patreon, OnlyFans, Twitter, or on YouTube. My books, Instagram, I'm there too again after they deleted my profile. And I look forward to seeing you next week. If you ever have any specific topics you want me to talk about, always feel free to email me and I'll try to do a video on those topics. I know some of you have been doing that lately and I've added them to my list, so I always appreciate that. You love the interviews. Great, good. I love them too. I'm honored when I get somebody great to share with you. All right, all. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Go with the blessings, go with light, go with love, go with God, go with whatever you want to go with. But walk in the light, my friends. Be well. Peace and love.